Good evening, family. Good evening, Rockets fans. How are you out there? Welcome to something new. It's still the Houston Roundball review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets, but we're doing a little post-game discussion after the Rockets 110 110 preseason loss to Los Heat. Just want to get your thoughts on what you saw. Boy, that second quarter was a quarter from hell. I know that's what I saw. Rockets erased a very, very good first quarter, 37-26, with a really bad second quarter. The Rockets took 17 shots in the second quarter. They made 9 of them. That's pretty good. The problem is they had 10 turnovers in the second quarter. 10 turnovers in the second quarter. I think 5 in roughly the first 4 minutes. So it's hard to score and hard to stop teams when you're giving them the ball and giving them easy opportunities. And that's what happened. And that's on top of Jabari not playing, resting ankle. Jae'Sean Tate didn't play second half because of his ankle tenderness. Eric Gordon, hip/rest. Jason Nix, lower back soreness. So the guard play, the backup depth was not there. Josh Christopher was part of those turnovers in the second quarter. Very loose to the ball. And then the Heat reserves really took over from the second through the fourth quarter and not negated. Well, they kind of negated the very good games from Jalen Green, KPJ, and Tari Eason once again. Tari Eason with another double-double. But just too many damn turnovers. Solo Dilo, how are you? Jamon M, how are you? This new name, I'm not sure of this name here. Najed, thank you very much for tuning in to Let's Talk Houston Rockets on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Much appreciated. If you found us on your own, outstanding. If someone told you about it, props to them for telling you about it. Don't be a stranger. Come again. Stay here. We're going to talk for a little bit. Probably won't go a full hour like I do on the regular weekend edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets. But I really just want to do this for a post-game comments after a road game and get you guys' thoughts on it from the Rockets perspective. What did y'all see? This was an example. You know, there were moments, and then there were other moments like, oh my gosh, what is this? And the Rockets, almost every Rocket who played was victim of a lazy cross-court pass, which Miami stole, or a pass where they didn't see Miami defenders. They thought a teammate was open, or a pass that was deflected by the person guarding them. And that specific turnover just irks me to no end. If your defender steals your pass, then you really did a piss poor job of pump faking or getting them off their feet, getting them misdirection, whatever, for them to steal your pass. The person guarding, not a steal of it off a dribble, stealing your pass. The person guarding you stole your pass. That just bothers me immensely. But we're going to, from Brazil. Outstanding. I got New Zealand, Brazil, London, Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Outstanding. Come again, man. This is great. Appreciate it. But we're going to say this a lot this season, I think. Tari Eason is an absolute steal. And I'm kind of curious. I mean, there's always probably somebody that drops and is a steal in the NBA draft. And different needs. Teams have different needs and things like that. Brandon Thomas, how are you? LP did not play well today. I'm waiting for the full box score to be posted to get his numbers. But the foul trouble, his turnovers are bad. So I'm waiting for the full box score to really light into him. We got his numbers through 3 quarters. Through 3 quarters was LP 14 minutes, just 1 for 3, 4 fouls, 2 points, 2 boards, 1 assist. That's in just 14 minutes. So this does not have his fourth quarter numbers. They were much better. Only had a foul in the fourth quarter, offensive foul. But yeah, a lot of guys struggled. So it's just it was bad, and I'm away from the screen, so I can't hear Luke post game. But I'm sure John at some point is probably telling some of the youngsters, see, this is what happens when you get careless. This is what can happen when you take the game for granted, when you take the opponent for granted. The sloppy passes, the mistakes, the defensive breakdowns. There were a lot of things the Rockets did poorly in this game that they were, were self-inflicted. Those things can be fixed. Okay, they can be corrected. But the turnovers, and I mean, truly, they were careless passes, and I don't have a number on it, but many of them, it wasn't drop passes, because Boban had one, a few, but many of them were passes to Miami players that the Heat picked off. That's careless. So that, I'm not going to go overboard. I mean, it's preseason, but I want to say this, get you guys take on it. JB Johnson, how are you? Brandon, 33 wins. Thomas, how are you? Asleep Art 11, how are you? Sandoval, how are you? This game, this second quarter specifically, really, I think, gives another reason, in my opinion, to bring Eric Gordon off the bench to help run a second unit. Because I already said Daishen Nix, I don't think is ready. And now he's got back issues. He's not ready. Ty is not ready. Josh Christopher is better off the ball than leading the offense. So who's that leave? I think Eric Gordon to run the second unit. You get a veteran like him to stabilize that unit, and you won't have awful nights like this. Which leads back to either KJ Martin starting at the 3 or Tari Eason starting at the 3. So that makes sense to me. I mean, I know a lot of folks want Tari Eason to start opening night. It's inevitable. It is inevitable. I think he's going to start. But he could be best suited to come off the bench for the team, to be a spark plug, to be a defensive energy guy, to come off the bench, get some steals in transition, to be the ball magnet, to light up the team if the offense is struggling. He might be that. That might be his best role for a while. Koyo Falcon, how are you? I'm going to put this up here, this comment, because I think LP is not the long-term answer at center. And I'm not basing on these 3 preseason games. I just think he's just not the long-term answer at center. He still, I think, will be a productive NBA player. I just don't think he's a long-term answer at center. He might be better suited for power forward, honestly. So, but yeah, give me your thoughts on my rationale for having Eric Gordon come off the bench to lead the second unit. Just thought that, if y'all disagree, no problem. I'm not going to hate on you. Folks have disagreed with me in 30 years of doing this, so it's all good. Just don't cuss me out with your disagreement. But yeah, Eric Gordon, I think, would be better suited off the bench, running the offense from the second unit. So final stats for LP: 17 minutes, 1 for 5 from the floor, 5 fouls, 4 boards, 2 turnovers, 1 assist. Jalen Green, 7 for 18 from the floor, 5 for 10 from 3, 4 boards, 5 assists, 3 turnovers. All right. The person we got to talk a little bit more about. He's kind of struggling these 3 preseason games. Well, 2 and change. Josh Christopher, in 19 minutes tonight. In 19 minutes, J Gup had 6 turnovers. 6 turnovers. He did not look good. 6. The Rockets finished the game with 25 turnovers. Miami converted those into 34 points. So that indicates that many of those turnovers were live ball turnovers. And live ball turnovers drive coaches nuts. I mean, just drives them insane because you are A, losing possession of the ball, but B, you're allowing the defense, you're basically jumpstarting the defense to score in transition. So, gotta cut down on those. So, Jacob got to play better. Tonight is a game you really see that Eric Gordon is still missed on this team. Okay. So, maybe Daishen Nix's back soreness was an issue why he struggled to finish and went 1 for 10 in the last game. Okay. I still don't think he's ready to be the lead guard for the second unit. I just don't see it. And Ty's not ready. So who does that leave? I think that leaves Eric Gordon, in my opinion. So regulars to this show know how I feel. I would rather Eric Gordon not start. If he's going to stay on the Rockets team, not start. Come off the bench. He can still be the veteran in the locker room, lead by example, all those great things, but do it off the bench. I think the starting lineup needs to be KJ Martin. He's played well. KJ's played well. He has really taken the opportunity of those minutes he's getting and done a very good job with them. So what's this? Achina? Well, I don't know. No, don't hate me if I'm mispronouncing your name. Quabina, score Quabina. Thank you very much for you joining the show. So new names here. Very, very good to see new names joining the family here on the Houston Roundball Review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets. TJK Penny 79, how are you? Let's talk the positives. Tari is still dealing with the ankle. Jabari is still dealing with the ankle. Tari has looked like the most consistent Rocket these first 3 games. But I really kind of wondering why, getting back to my thought, I got sidetracked, why NBA teams passed on Tari Eason to allow him to fall to the Rockets. And I say that because Tari is the kind of player that I think all teams like and love to have on their team. You don't need to draw plays for him. He makes things happen for your team. He's a defensive playmaker. He gets in passing lanes. The ball finds him. All things he does, little things. So those teams who passed on him, oh well. Rockets and Rocket fans are happy and thrilled with that. Henry, how are you? Good to see you again. Speaking of Garrison Matthews, what did Gary Bird do this? He hasn't really earned the name Gary Bird lately. Garrison was 3 for 11 from the floor, 2 for 10 overall. He had 5 fouls, scored 8 points in 23 minutes and 47 seconds. So just 2 for 10 from 3. And I think he was like 1 for 5 the last game, wasn't he? So he's struggling to make 3-point shots. Let me see, where was this? Saw Terry's comment. And that could be issue. Some teams think Tari Eason's too old. But, you can play. If you don't need plays designed for you, teams can use you. Teams can utilize you. He's versatile. He's a versatile defender. He can guard multiple positions. Does a lot of things I think teams like. And honestly, some teams overthink it. They overthink the draft process, get that paralysis by analysis. They overdo it. They try to find any little thing wrong with Tari, with other players too. And so yeah, he's 21. He ain't that old. He's not ancient. He's not my age. So some teams really do overthink it. All that money, all that intel, sometimes you just need to go with your gut and go with what you see on the video. But that's on them. Hey, teams who passed on him, that's y'all. I'll look for Tari in next year's draft. But that's okay. KDC, how are you? Brandon Simpson, how are you? New name to the family, to the show. Thank you very much. Come again, don't be a stranger. And once again, to everybody new to the show, thank you for participating and joining us on Let's Talk Houston Rockets here on the Houston Roundball Review channel. Wherever you found us by suggestion, recommendation, on your own or a Rocket fan friend of yours told you about it, excellent. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for taking time to comment, be on the show, participate, tell your friends. Let's keep it growing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Hit that like button. Spread it far and wide. We got fans in New Zealand, London, Brazil, Philippines. So let's keep it going. Keep it going. Skeeter, another new name. Thank you very much for joining the show. So, and I'm kind of curious about this. Solo D-Lo, you might be right, but that's all good as long as they get here. You know, the folks who've been here from the beginning, I know who you are, and trust me, in due time, I am going to acknowledge you with something directly. I'm not going to forget you for being there from the beginning for me. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So there's plenty of room on this band wagon / ship because it's going to grow. It's going to expand more and more as we go here and grow. Mexico, look at that. Mexico, Philippines, London, Brazil, New Zealand. Awesome. I think there's another country I'm forgetting too. This is great. But where was it? I was surprised Boban got first half minutes tonight because unless Dwayne Dedmon's on the floor, Boban's not really a good matchup for Miami with their style of play. So he didn't play in the second half. We saw some good run from Oos in the second half. But again, the turnovers were just the death knell of the Rockets. They had 5 in the first quarter, 10 in the second quarter. So only 4 in the third quarter. And then wrap it up, close it out with 6. So they did not shoot the ball well in this fourth quarter, 8 for 21, just 2 for 6 from 3 in that fourth quarter, while Miami went not much better, 9 for 25 from the floor and 2 for 11 from 3 in the fourth and final period. And Miami, I don't spend enough time following the Heat, but I know Jamari Bouye from San Francisco, he was there, recognized his name. But a lot of those other dudes Miami played in that fourth quarter, I had no idea who they are. So once again, the Heat development shines through. So good for them. Turkey, Turkey. Got folks from Turkey, fans from Turkey too. So let me put this up because let's talk about it. How many Rocket fans are concerned / worried about how LP has looked so far? Because we got some folks who are bringing it up. So how many of y'all are concerned about LP's performance thus far? Alan, I think you were with D. Titus. How are you? Weren't you on Saturday's show, Alan, about the one to keep Maladon here? Solo's not worried. TJK Penny says he's always been concerned with LP's defense. Let me get on the screen there. Why Citizen says he's not concerned is preseason. Granted. And okay, well, let me toss this out. Any concerns about Josh Christopher and his turnovers, decision making? So, just putting it out there as well. If one game is in preseason, of course, it sure is. I'm big on that. I was going to say that if Rockets won tonight is preseason. But we go by what we see. One of the Rockets' issues last season was turnovers. So turnovers, you do it this year, it's a pattern. It's a trend. But we also see, I think tonight was a good example of Eric Gordon's value to the Rockets. No Daisha Nix. Jayshawn Tate didn't play in the second half. Ty can't play the whole game. Josh Christopher struggling with his turnovers. You need that veteran in the backcourt to stabilize the second unit for sure. And clearly you don't want to overextend KPJ and Jalen Green. They both played 28 minutes tonight. Taking a score of 25. Scoot scored 21. KJ Martin had 13 points, 4 assists, 3 boards, 2 steals, 2 turnovers. See, the Rockets had 49 rebounds in the game. Miami had 44 points in the paint. Rockets, interesting. According to the box score, Rockets scored 46. Miami scored 30. Interesting. The broadcast kind of had that reversed, but that's what the box score said. Rockets scored 46 points on 23 of 41 from the floor. Miami was 15 of 34 from the floor. Miami made 23s out of 51 attempts. Rockets made 16 threes out of 43 attempts. So, but Willie Cauley-Stein was announced. They made it official finally. All signs point to him spending, not to say a lot, but time in the G League to get himself together. And then, assuming he gets himself together, gets in shape, conditioning is up, they bring him up to the Rockets, to the big team. Somebody's got to go. Who else is going to go? So, Sandoval says Alpi looked awful. Yeah, he did. I think Willie's got to get in shape for sure. That's first. So let me see. No one's concerned. It's good. I'm liking the answers that I'm seeing from you guys. Nobody's concerned, and it's preseason. Correct. The season starts for real next Wednesday in Atlanta against the Hawks. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Clint Capella, John Collins. Yeah, I think it's going to be numbers catch him. What about it? Is Garrison Matthews' time done here at the Rockets? What say the rest of you? Sandoval says yes. What do you guys say about that? Let me glance back at the box score real quick and toss out some names. Let's see here. Willie Cauley-Stein will be in the G League for a little bit. Derek Favors, DNP coach's decision. Then you got Mo Harkless, didn't play. Maladon didn't play. Jabari Smith with the ankle, didn't travel with the team. Daisha Nix, lower back soreness. So out of Derek Favors, the OKC guys, Derek Favors, Mo Harkless, and Maladon. You think those guys will get cut before Garrison Matthews gets cut? Or do you think Garrison Matthews won't get cut? Do you think Usman Garuba will get cut? Boban Marjanovic will get cut. So who do you think of that group? Who do you think is gone? Willie Cauley-Stein, I think, will keep a roster spot for the Rockets available because he'll be in the G League. Sandoval, I won't go there with Daisha Nix. I don't think they'll give up on him just yet. I don't think he'll be cut. Let's see. Hudgens, I'm not even considering him, so I guess you got to consider him. He'll be cut. He'll be in the G League too. So, yeah, let me go back to the box score again. So, Trevor Hudgens, he'll be cut into the G League. Who else? Derek Favors. I think, would you guys be open to the Rockets trading Derek Favors now before the season starts to get something for him? Because clearly he's not in the long-term plans for the Rockets. We know that. He knows that. So you think it would make sense for them if they can find some value for him now? Because they could probably get something in return for Derek Favors. They're not going to get anything in return for Boban. Okay, see my logic going there? Try to get something for Derek Favors. If you want to let him go, trade him. I don't know why Maladon or Derek Favors didn't play. Didn't see Fagan talk about it or anybody talk about it. I think they were there, so I'm not sure why. It could be something in the works. They want to get him hurt. I'm putting it out there. Yugi says keep Favors. Okay. Baba Shola, another new name. Thank you very much for participating in the comment. Good point. If we're being honest, Boban should be cut. Yes, agreed. He is a great guy. He's a great person. He's good in the locker room. Teammates love him. I know all that. I agree with all of that. He did all that. He's been that at every stop in the NBA. But he's just not in the long-term plans here. So if they can't get something for Derek Favors, then they probably will cut Boban until they get not value, but something for Derek in return between now and February trade deadline. So Black Light says Garrett Matthews got to go. So we're seeing how you see how the Rockets have had a talent upgrade, because last season Garrett Matthews played well, had his moments, a lot of moments, but now this year's team, we got fans saying he got to go. So, it's we shall see how it all plays out. The roster need to be cut down within, I think, 8 days. So was that Renoa? Another new name. This is great. I really appreciate this. This is great seeing these new fans hop on the show. And for the new fans, I will not promise doing a post game for every Rockets road game. I'm going to try to do as many as I can, because there will be some times this season when the Rockets are on the road that I'll be at a college game in town or in Austin or College Station or Waco or Baton Rouge, something like that. But as much as I can, I'm going to try to do some of these Let's Talk Houston Rockets after Rockets road games. So just keep that in mind. Subscribe to the channel so you can get the updates. Hopefully the notifications are quicker. I try to time it right. I didn't schedule this one until late, so that might have been a reason why the YouTube notifications were kind of slow for you guys to get them. But yes, going forward, Friday's game against the Pacers is just on the Rockets app and Rockets.com. So I'm not sure how many fans are going to watch the game that way. We'll see. So we'll see how Friday's. Probably not Friday, because we're going to do a show Saturday. So why do back-to-back? But Blacklight, thank you. You're like the fourth or fifth person who said Alp did not look good tonight. So he did. He struggled. 5 fouls in less than 20 minutes. So, yeah, he struggled. He's got to play better. And how many boards did he get in those limited minutes? Let me see. Alp in limited minutes. 4 boards in 17 minutes. So he got more fouls than rebounds. That's not good. 5 fouls, 4 rebounds in 17 minutes. So he's got to play better. He knows it. He's got to do it. Okay. Brandon, I do not know if Jabari will play Friday against the Pacers. If the ankle healed is better, then I say yes. But if it's not, they're not gonna risk him playing in the last preseason game. They'll wait till the Hawks. I mean, they're gonna wait till his ankle is ready. So y'all agree with that. Don't risk any long-term issues for just because of preseason games. So no. Tari Eason one more time. Another double-double. 17 points, 12 rebounds, 1 steal. He did have 3 turnovers, 3 of the Rockets' 25, but he was 8 for 11 from the floor, 1 for 3 from 3, and I think his 2 misses from 3 were really bad. they were bad. They were bad. So the 3-point shot is not there for him yet. But once again, he continues to score without plays being called for him. And he just makes things happen positively for the Rockets. And that's what you want to see. So he is one aspect of that NBA general manager survey that I agree with. And the GMs said that Tari was a steal where he was picked in the draft. No doubt about it. So let's see. He's great. I really am. I'm happy to see these new names here. But yeah, Jayshawn Tate dealing with ankle issue. Jabari with the ankle issue. And I think Jabari's ankle turned his ankle in like the last minute of practice a few days ago. Jayshawn, I think, took his ankle in practice when they were at McNeese State. So it's just one of those things now. So, okay. No, Luke has had a scratchy voice for a long, long time. And I forget the reasons why, but yeah. So I'm sure he lit into them after this one. I mean, because they gave him plenty of ammunition for him to light into them, because there was just too many sloppy turnovers, too many mistakes, too many breakdowns, all that. It was just bad. Solo Dilo, I need to look at the rest of the 23 draft, like the Twins. I need to see him play. No, Sandoval, he's had a scratchy voice way before that. I want to see the other guys play. So, but let's look ahead, because clearly I think all of us agree, if the Rockets won the lottery, the Rockets would take, well, I don't know. If the Rockets win lottery next May 2023, how many of you guys want the Rockets to draft Victor Wembanyama? I'm put this on a poll question on the community tab later on YouTube, or draft Scoop. Not even a debate. See, I agree. It's Wemby hands down. If they win the lottery, okay. But if they don't win the lottery, what position of need do you believe the Rockets should address with their lottery pick? And let me give a number. Let's say the Rockets end up with the 8th pick in the first round. What's the need for the Rockets at the 8th spot? So clearly, Victor Wembanyama is number 1 pick in the draft. No doubt. I'm not dumb. But if the Rockets don't win the lottery, what is their biggest position of need? Solo says wing position. David says more wings. K. Ortiz, welcome for you chiming in. Thank you for chiming in as well, K. Ortiz. A defensive center that can shoot. Sandoval, Rockets don't have the next 5 picks. You'd have to probably start going into some other picks from Brooklyn to trade. And then, honestly, how many? Jed says a 5. Says a 5. I'm not sure how many teams would trade the number 1 pick in next year's draft for draft picks. We'd be talking some serious trade proposals, because Victor Wembanyama is a generational talent. So I'm not sure any team would trade the draft rights to him, period. So we could have that discussion later on or throughout this season. WK says most talented position doesn't matter. That's fair. Solo, I don't think the Rockets would do this, but if they won the lottery, well, okay, I might throw it out. Since you brought it up, what would you guys do if the Rockets won the lottery and decided to trade the pick? What? Okay, yeah, let's do it like that. What would you guys do? You as Rocket fans, what would you guys do if the Rockets won the lottery, won the rights to draft Victor Wembanyama, and decided to trade the pick? What would you want in return for WK says vomit? So what would you want in return? David says riot. Let me put these up. WK says vomit, and David Stansberry says riot. See, that's where I'm going. Is there anything, any trade package out there? Alan Luna says the world. So you're getting where I'm going here, you know? And as a general manager, Rafael Stone should entertain those phone calls, should entertain those trade offers. But what would you want Rafael to accept in return that you would be okay with trading the draft rights to Victor Wembanyama away? What would y'all be good? Is there, we got Giannis package. We got, I think Luka, somebody talks about Luka. LeBron's too old. But, and New Media Sports, thank you for joining the show here, joining us on the Houston Roundball Review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. So okay. Giannis, Luka, or the Joker? And what else? Because got to be some picks involved, right? Solo D'Lo, gotta be, not just one of them for Victor, right? Got to be some picks in return, right? Okay, Jason Tatum. How about that? Ja Morant. I mean, is there anybody, any current NBA player? And I don't really. It's got to be more. Got to be a superstar. And I mean a superstar. Okay, not just a third-team NBA player, right? It's got to be a superstar and picks, right? 1, 2, 3 first-round picks. Wait, it's all right. Okay, I mean, seriously. Black Light says 5 first-round, unprotected first round. But Kawhi, see where we're going here? This is what we're talking about. And I think this is a great answer. Al Luna says he doesn't know what he would want because it would be way too much. This is what we're talking about. This, I think, oh, okay. Yeah, hey. How about that? Evan Mobley. But KDC. And what else? Some picks, right? You got to want some picks too, right? Man, this is fun because okay, a superstar plus 3 unprotected first round picks. Because I think, I mean, let's be it. A general manager. Okay. Ooh, now we're getting deeper into it. Son of all, you Solo on the same wavelength. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Solo agrees with that. But KDC, we'd say they'd agree to it because everybody, well, almost everybody agrees that Victor Wembanyama is a generational talent. So that's why we're discussing it. Brandon F, Scotty Barnes plus 3 first-round picks, unprotected first round picks. So this is part of the discussion because a general manager should, you guys agree that a general manager, whoever it is, should take the phone calls and hear what other teams are offering. You're going to ask for the moon. You're going to ask for the universe. And then you see what you get, what offers you get, and see how serious some of these teams are. That's a fun discussion right there, because I'm kind of curious. Never say never. Back to back. Solo and KDC tossed out Cade. Hell, that's not enough. Hell, I'm a Detroit fan. I'm not. No, that's not enough. Hell, okay. Okay. This is not going to happen. We're just tossing stuff to the wall. For the Rockets, Detroit calls and says, we're going to give you Cade, Jalen Duren, and Jaden Ivey for Victor. How about that? Cade, Jalen Duren, and Ivy. How would that? Would y'all be okay with that? I'm just putting it out there. None of this. All right, WK, trade them Utah for all their picks. So you want, okay, KD say he'd be good with that. And Allen says not enough. See, this is what we're talking about here. I doubt. I don't believe any NBA team would give up more than one player, current player. I think it'd be a player, an elite player, or a rising young star, and a lot of picks for Victor. Because, if you're getting into trade, because Rockets would want their core. Any team would want to keep their core, especially a young core. So they would not want to tamper with it by getting rid of trading 3 players for Victor. No matter how talented Victor is, because you're losing 3 players. You need the core for one great talent, potential talent. So this is fun. This is part of the things we do here on Let's Talk Houston Rockets, who kind of, going, especially in the preseason. This is fun. All right. How about this one? Cat and Ant for the draft rights to Victor. How about that? Would y'all like that as Rocket fans? And also, from a business standpoint, I think Tillman would say, hell no, because I maintain this. If the Rockets win the lottery, whatever it is that, what is it, 3rd Tuesday in May, win the lottery, the phone lines for season tickets were gonna just blow up. There'll be new Rocket fans coming all out of the woodworks to see Victor Wembanyama. So Tillman might say, "Oh no, I got money. I got sure money coming in with Victor." So I think Tillman might say no to that if they got it. But it's a lot of fun to discuss that. So and yeah, you get Victor Wembanyama, the franchise value will skyrocket. Playing words there. See what I did there? Man, so okay, here's another one. How about this one? B.I. Trey Murphy III and Zion for the draft rights to Victor. Woo, boy, man. Oh wait, Skeeter. I got my first credential covering the Rockets was in 95. Is that right? 95, I think. Yeah, I started covering them after the championships. That's when I started covering. I got my first credential. I got a single game credential toward the end of the season, that season, and over the summer, through my work covering the draft for local radio stations and building my name that way, I built that single game into a season pass with the Rockets. Ever since then. So it's been a long, long time since covering the Rockets. So I've been covering Rockets since they were over at Westside Tennis Club. So, yep, been a long, long time. And lo and behold, a bit of trivia. At the time, the person who issued me the credential is now the NBA's, or has been the NBA's vice president of communications. So, yes, file that away. So when I say I have connections in high places, I have connections in high places. So, how about this? Would the Warriors trade for Victor? I wonder who they would give up. Who do? Yeah, who? I want that'd be kind of interesting too. This is fun. This is fun. We're just tossing stuff out there. You know, this is fun. Really, I don't know about his favorite squad, the Rockets, but what if just in general, Ja gets tired of Memphis? So thank you for that. Yep, I've been around a long time, and I get a kick out of it every once in a while when Kelly Eco refers to me as an OG. So that is cool. So I really appreciate that. So yeah, well, I'm a wise citizen. I'm playing a devil's advocate there. Rockets would not trade with the Warriors, but it would be kind of interesting what they would want from the Warriors in return. But if the Rockets don't get the pick and somebody else does, the Warriors might come calling. That'd be kind of interesting. But yeah, Wiseman, Kuminga, Wiggins, sign and trade, and 2 first-round picks. Man, this is something. This is a lot of fun to toss out and discuss. And you know, we're doing it because of preseason. So, I mean, I've heard nothing to indicate that Ja is tired of Memphis. So, you know, and they have a solid core, solid foundation there. So I think things have to go sour quickly for him to get tired of Memphis and want out. So a lot would have to go wrong for him to want to leave Memphis. But yeah, it'd be Embiid, Maxey, and picks. Well, I tell you, we're getting there. But I do like. I think the best one tossed out there is that Ivy, Cunningham, and Duren proposal. I think that's the best one. Tatum and Brown for Wemby. No, but hey, we can keep doing this. We got plenty of time to discuss this. And boy, don't you know, if the Rockets won the lottery. Remember, if the Rockets win the lottery, let all your friends know. The Let's Talk Houston Rockets show from October 10th, 2022 was one of the first places to discuss the possibilities of a trade like that. So just remember that if the Rockets win the lottery, what would Rocket fans or what would Rafael Stone entertain to trade away the draft rights to Victor Wembanyama? So, all right. All right, family. Gonna cut it short there. And remember, I mean, it's preseason. Rockets 2-1 now in preseason. Whatever. They lost tonight, 118-110 to the Miami Heat. 10 turnovers in the second quarter did the Rockets in. They had 25 turnovers in the ball game. Miami scored 34 points off those 25 turnovers. But Tari Eason, once again, had a very good game. 17 points, 12 boards, 8 of 11 from the floor. Jalen Green, 25 points. And how about that? KJ Martin, Jalen Green, KPJ, and Tari Eason, all four of them, each of them played 28 minutes in the ball game. And those four pretty much did the best work. They each played 28 minutes. KJ Martin had 13 and 4. Jalen Green, 25, 5 and 4. KPJ, 21, 6 and 7. Tari Eason, 17 and 12. So, oh my gosh, sounded like you missed it earlier, very early in the show. The turnover was just, if I had hair, I'd have lost it because it pisses me off in a lot of those turnovers. I hope I'm doing a good job of explaining this turnover that really pisses me off. Is when you got the ball and the person guarding you steals your pass. That drives me insane. That the person guarding you steals your pass. Okay? I'm not saying picks your pocket on a dribble. I'm saying you are passing the ball and the person guarding you, your defender, steals your pass. You don't know how to pump fake. You know how to do a jab step, get them off stride, then make a pass. That's basic fundamentals. Rockets had a lot of that tonight. Way too much of that. Got to cut down on that. I haven't checked my phone. I doubt the Rockets practice tomorrow. We'll see. But yes, those kind of turnovers just make me lose my mind, especially on the pro level. College, pro, I start to shake because I get so pissed off. So, and that is just a key example, a prime example. Those miscues lead directly. Those are direct live ball turnovers that lead to easy buckets in transition. I mean, man. Oh, boy. So, yeah, Jay Sean's still being bothered with his ankle, and that's why he didn't play in the second half. So his ankle's bothering him. Jabari's ankle, I don't think it's major. I think Jay Sean's ankle is more of a concern than Jabari's ankle issue. Dace Nix with lower back soreness. Hopefully that won't be a long-term issue. But I think Luke's message in between profanity to the players was you have to respect your opponent. You got to take care of the ball and respect the game because they were way too careless with the ball tonight. Yes, it's preseason. Don't make this a habit. Don't make these turnovers a habit. Nip this stuff right now. Friday, against the Pacers, game is on Rockets.com and the Rockets app. Won't do a show Friday because we're going to have a show talking Rockets on Saturday. So we can talk about Friday's game on Saturday. So as always, you guys y'all are so good at this. I have so much fun speaking with you guys that in my mind, I can plan for a 30-minute show and we're almost at an hour. It happens that way. That means we're doing something right. That means we're having fun in the discussion. So thank you once again, as always, to the new folks, to the new family members. Thank you for taking time out to participate in the discussion. To my regulars, like Brandon Thomas, Terry Agent, Solo D-Lo. Let me see. Let me go back to the names. WK, TJK Penny, Derek Grant, Sandoval, Wise Citizens. Black Light is becoming a regular. He's going to become a regular. Who else I got? KDC, thank you very much. Who else? Oh, a new name there. I didn't see it. Jason, thank you for participating in the show. Come again. Join us Saturday for the discussion. So we'll be back Saturday. Sandoval, I need to talk to Luke about that. Well, Coach Silas, being in health and safety protocols, puts everything back because Luke was spending more time with the team. So everything got pushed back with our interview. So now I don't know when it's going to happen. But it's going to happen. The other Brandon Thomas, he's not a regular yet like you are. So I'm giving a big shout out to my regular family members, first and foremost. And then, of course, the new family folks. Come again, cousins. We are family here. Don't be a stranger. We're going to have fun this season discussing the Rockets, which I think is going to be a fun season. The talent upgrade is apparent. The Rockets got a steal in Tari Eason at 17. They got a keeper in Jabari. Keep adding to that young talent. And the biggest if the Rockets win the lottery in 2023, man. So Brandon Thomas, Mr. 33 wins. Take care, fam. WK, thank you very much for your time, for your comments. I enjoyed. You guys make a lot of fun. I really do appreciate you guys so much for taking time to talk to me about the Rockets. Until this Saturday, I'm going to toss it out there. It's not officially my show yet, but Thursday afternoon will be eventually my time slot as part of the lunch break with my man Andre Jones at Jones and Media Entertainment. I'll be as guest this Thursday on that show. We're going to talk sports, Rockets as well. But soon enough, that's going to be my show. I'm going to be the host, and AJ's going to trust me to do whatever I want to do on that show. So look out. So I'm going to have some guests on there eventually. Some of you guys, if you're on your lunch break, want to chime in to the lunch break. Throwback Thursday, that's my theme show for the family. That show will be available on Roku as well as part of the BS3 network, Roku channel. So I'm spread my wings. So come along for the ride, family. So Thursday, I'll be on the lunch break from 12 to 1. Still get my feet wet with AJ. Still this show for a little while longer. But soon enough, I'm going to be flying solo. And then Saturday for sure, another edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets. So you guys take care. Until then, peace.